Good day, everyone. Welcome to my Intel. We all know that Nigeria is a very diverse country with lots of ethnic groups. But the internet has given this diversity a microphone, a megaphone, and sometimes a weapon. The social media has become the new battlefield whereby the Hausas, Fulanis routinely and commonly clash with the Igbos, all because of sweeping narratives, negative rhetorics, stereotyping, and even identity wars. On social media today, a single political headline, a tragic event, or even an ordinary football match can suddenly turn into a full-scale avenue to express their level of bigotry, tribalism, and even hate, because that is what this is. But why am I saying all this? In the recently concluded AFCON tournament, Nigeria had a very good run, but were unfortunately eliminated in the semi-finals. We got in a penalty shootout, and two Nigerians lost their kick, and unfortunately, we were eliminated. And immediately, the social media identity war started between the Northerners and the Igbos. A social media personnel, or should we say an influencer, came online and said, Samuel Chukwueze, an Igbo boy, caused us a place in the AFCON finals with that useless penalty he played. I'm suspecting he did that in solidarity with Biafra, because there's no way you are convincing me that wasn't intentional. So according to him, Samuel Chukwueze purposely lost the penalty kick because, again, he is Igbo. The ethnic or the identity war. So get this straight. There's nothing wrong when you are angry with the way a footballer played his kick or the way he placed the ball. There's nothing wrong if you're angry about that. Everyone can be angry. Football can be emotional at times. But there is something wrong when you attach the way he plays or the reason he lost the kick, when you attach it to his ethnicity, to his tribe, or to his race. If this was between a white man and a black man, it would definitely be tagged racism. Let's go back to history a bit. Chukwueze is a very good footballer. He's had a very good football career. He's currently playing for Fulham in Europe. He's previously played for Villarreal. He's previously played for AC Milan. In 2015, he was key to us winning our last Under-15 World Cup. As at that time, no one ever tagged him Biafran. No one ever called him Igbo. We all called him Nigerian. So what changed? What are the things that motivate these people? What are the things that drives them to say these things they say? What are the things that influence their reasoning and the things they conclude on? I'll tell you what it is. There are three things. Firstly, religion. Secondly, ethnicity. Thirdly, politics. Yes, religion, ethnicity, and politics. They even went as far as making an AI image of him, saying this: I did it intentionally to make Biafra proud. So why should religion influence tribalism? Why should religion promote bigotry? The answer is in their tweets. I'll read some of their tweets to you and you understand why I said religion is a factor. So this Arewa source said, Brahim Diaz has completely ruined my night. You can't miss such a penalty. He didn't just let Morocco down, he has let the whole Africa down. Senegal as winners of AFCON is not a good look for African football. Why is Senegal winning not a good look for African football? He supported North Africa over West Africa because the North Africans are seen more as real Muslims more than the West Africans. They believe the North Africans are more closer to the Middle East, they look more like Arabs, and they practice real Islam than the Senegalese. So that is why he feels Senegal winning is not a good look for African football. Again, another tweet. Mohammed from Facebook said, I love Algeria to defeat Nigeria. I must hate whoever hates my Muslim brothers. Because majority of Nigerian players, those that chose by Super Eagles coach, are from one tribe. I mean, from lazy tribe of Igbo. Again, religion and ethnicity. He hates them because they don't like Muslims. Then he concluded by saying, because they are all from Igbos, which is not accurate. Another tweet here, Sharifuddin said, I support Algeria over Nigeria because Nigeria team was dominated by Igbo players. Ethnicity. Anywhere they find Igbos, they get angry, they get annoyed, and they can't do anything other than to express their level of tribalism. The rate at which Igbos are converting to Islam is alarming. By 2040, I expect every Igbo household to have at least one Muslim. He is happy the Igbo Christians are converting to Islam, and that is the only time probably he can feel at peace with Igbos when their religion is in line. He also said another Igbo man embraced Islam. With the rate at which Islam is being accepted in Igbo land, I expect Igbos to be 40% Muslim by the year 2030. In another tweet, he said, the Igbos are doing everything in their power to frustrate Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration because he's a Yoruba man. They did the same thing to Buhari because he's a Fulani. As long as it's not an Igbo person in charge of Nigeria, they are willing to burn down this country. How have they? I mean, the northern Islamists have done more. They have done 20 times more than the IPOBs have done. So, if you are talking about burning down the country, the northerners have done more in burning down the country than the easterners. He made another tweet. Meet the first Igbo king, His Royal Highness King Eze Abdul Fattah Chimaza Emetuma III, an Igbo Muslim precisely, became king, and then he came praising him because he's happy a Muslim has become king in Igbo land. Or if it has been the other way around, whereby a Christian is made a king or an emir in the north, will you also send the same praise? I guess not. Religiously motivated. Also, he said, every day I wake up thinking of different ways to make obidiots angry. Obidiots here means the fans of Peter Obi. Again, this is politically motivated, as I said earlier. He just wants to make you angry. He doesn't want to bring facts to you. He doesn't want to give you a reason why you should support Bola Ahmed Tinubu over Peter Obi. He just wants to make you angry. In his own tweet again, he said, the biggest mistake we will ever make as a country is allowing an Igbo man, especially Peter Obi, to become the president of this country. We simply cannot afford to hand this country's presidential seat to people who are looking for ways to burn the country down. Again, how is he planning to burn the country down? Can he prove it? Of course he can't. Again, he has said it himself. He wakes up every day thinking of different ways to make Peter Obi fans angry, and that is what he keeps doing day by day. His last tweet, he said, the Islamization of Nigeria is well and truly alive. And this is a picture of when Tinubu visited the Middle East. He said the Islamization of Nigeria is well and truly alive. I mean, probably that is his brother goal or his brother aim in life. Who knows? After showing you all these tweets, it is clear that there are three things that drive these people, which are, firstly, religion, secondly, ethnicity, and thirdly, their political motives. So these three things drive them, and when you see this kind of things online, they majorly do it for the clicks, they do it for engagement, they purposely want to frustrate you and force you to engage them and enter in the same rhetoric with them. But this is not only exclusive to the Northerners. It is very, very rampant with the Igbos also, but it is very hard to pinpoint or to see an influencer with thousands and thousands of followers spilling this rhetoric. But I have some tweets here. Speed Darlington supported Morocco over Nigeria. He said, Morocco, make me proud. This guy, Harry Dadia, made this tweet. Thank you, Morocco, for destroying one campaign material. So in other words, it means that he doesn't want the government to use Nigeria winning the AFCON as a campaign material. So he prefers Nigeria losing so that the government would not have anything to their name or anything to campaign with. So if you're saying an investor is coming to Nigeria to invest in Nigeria, he prefers the investment collapse, all because he doesn't want the government to have something to be proud of or to boast of. This is not a good mentality. So again, this is on both sides, but the earlier we realize that we are one country, the better it is for us. And if we don't want to be one country, the earlier we split, the better it is for us. But I don't want to believe I and this type of people that thinks in this type of way, who thinks of a day when Nigeria will become a Muslim country or they wish to Islamize the country. I don't want to believe me and these people are one people or we are one nation. But without this, the social media will continue to be the platform for their battles. And hopefully, it doesn't come offline. Because when it comes offline, it's definitely going to be bloody. Thank you very much.